Alright folks, we're back in the shop today with a special guest. We've got Harrison, the legendary Harry Connellan's son, who is going to regale us with a story of Harry from Christmas past.
Thanks for having me, man.
No worries. So, go ahead whenever you're ready.
Yeah, so, it was a Christmas maybe 15 years ago. I must have been probably like 9 years old when this happened, so I was a real firm believer, obviously, in Santa Claus, you know?
Sure.
Because, I mean, what kid doesn't believe in Santa Claus? And, my dad always made a point to, make Christmas pretty special for kids, you know, and especially his own kid. And so, one year, I was really excited for this Christmas, and I went to bed, you know, could hardly sleep, and when I finally did fall asleep, next thing I know, my mom's upstairs waking me up, telling me, hey, you know, Santa Claus is here, Santa Claus is here. And I'm thinking, like, no way, there's no way he's here in our house right now, you know? And so, she grabs me and she has me start coming down the stairs because I sleep upstairs, and she has me come by the stairs, and she said, okay, we need to be quiet, you know, you got to be real quiet so he doesn't disappear. And so we start sneaking our way downstairs, and I'm looking down the stairs, and I see the big fat man sitting at the table eating cookies, you know. And at the time I'm thinking, you know, that's my dad. And then next thing you know, I hear snoring in the bedroom. You know, there's snoring on, and if you know my dad, he is one of the loudest snorers you'll ever know. So I mean, I heard him snoring in the bedroom, so I'm thinking, oh my God, it's really Santa Claus. So we sat there for about 5-10 minutes just watching him from the stairs, and he's just sitting there eating his cookies and drinking his milk, you know. He didn't even look up at us or nothing, you know. And my mom's just like, okay, well, you know, that's pretty much it. Like, we don't want to scare him off, so you need to go back to bed, you know. And I go back to bed, and you know, at this point, I can't even sleep, you know. Like, I cannot sleep because, I mean, I'm 9 years old and I just saw Santa Claus in my house, you know. So I mean, that was totally life-changing for me. And come to find out, probably 5 years later, when I was probably about 14 or 15 when my dad, he told me that, because I mean, you grow out of believing in Santa Claus, you know, obviously. Sure. And he had told me what had happened, and basically he just recorded himself snoring over a recorder, played it on our amplifier, one of our guitar amps, had it cycling through on a snore. Oh, geez. And he got into his big Santa Claus costume, which I had no idea at the time he had. Put on a big beard, you know, and I mean, if you knew my dad at the time too, he was a pretty heavier set guy, you know. Yeah, he was pushing probably 280, 300 pounds, you know. So I mean, he was definitely a bigger dude. So he had put on the suit, you know, and like, I don't know, he just made that Christmas just so memorable for me, because I mean, not many dads go out of their way like that.
No,
to do that for their kid, you know.
That's a tremendous amount of work.
Oh yeah, it totally was, man. And he definitely made that special for me.
He pulled a Ferris Bueller on you.
Yeah, right, exactly, totally, man. But it was that Christmas is by far one of the most memorable Christmases I have.
No doubt.
We probably have to post that story, because he actually wrote that story on one of his Facebook things.
Oh, really?
And it's in way better detail than what I just described. And my dad, if you knew him, he was just one of the best storytellers you ever meet, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could totally post that somewhere if you want, because it has way more detail.
Sure.
But that's just my recollection of the story that had happened, and I just thought it was amazing.
That's amazing, dude. It is. It's a ton of work for Christmas.
Yeah, totally.
Alright, folks, we'll be back with the wire brushing once it's dry.